this video, I'm going to talk about the biggest mistake I've made in my candle business. But before I get into that, we need to have a bit of a backstory. We need to go back in time to a slightly younger me in 2020, during COVID, when this all began. So I started off with Amazon arbitrage, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically buying other products and reselling them. So things like Lego, toys, I was even buying and selling hot sauce at that point. But the problem is you constantly have to look for deals and you constantly have to find the next best thing to sell. It's just not a very sustainable business model. I wanted to build something that would last. I wanted to build something with longevity. I wanted to build a brand. So after some late night Googling and searching, I came across candle making and I thought, actually, that doesn't seem so hard. But it turns out it is. There's lots of intricacies to it and technicalities I hadn't really thought about. But anyway, I jumped in, I bought some soy wax and other bits, and I made my first candle, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't bad enough to stop me from doing it. And over time, I made some good candles, and I thought I'd just start selling them on Amazon, I'll start selling them on my website, and I made a few sales here and there. And this is where the problem became. After I got a few sales, and I was quite happy with the product, I started getting a few reviews in saying they didn't smell anything, or people would love it, but it's the bad reviews that really stuck with me. The ones that say they couldn't smell anything, despite me lighting all my candles, testing them all, anytime I get a bad review. Every now and then they're like, no smell. So I'd be like, what the hell, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? So I'd spend forever scouring the internet, looking at recipes, and I'd buy different soy waxes, I'd buy different containers, different wicks, just different things, and trying to make different candles with different temperatures and all sorts in the quest to try and find the perfect candle, the holy grail of candles and all of the candle world, to make something that had such a potent hot throw, it'd blow the socks out of the competition. But during my journey, I've actually discovered this thing I'm looking for doesn't exist. And I've proved it to myself. I bought some of the most popular candles on Amazon, and it turns out they're not actually any better than mine. Some of them were even worse, and maybe just on par. So by testing the competition, I actually realized to myself, what I've been making is actually really good. And the reviews I get are people either not testing them properly, or it's just subjective, or they could be trying it in a slightly bigger room, or there's just factors I haven't accounted for, or some kind of user error. Basically, as I said, there's no perfect candle. And out of the 100 candles I sell, I might get 2 refunds and I may get a bad review. And I'm never ever going to please everybody. That's just not how it works. There's going to be so many different things that won't work for someone. So for instance, someone might find the scent too strong. They might find the scent too weak. They might not like the container. They might not like the artwork. It could arrive damaged. All of these factors play into what you're doing and what you're selling. And I think whether or not it stems from kind of childhood trauma, me wanting to be liked, people pleasing, I felt the need. I had to go on this quest to try and find something that didn't exist. Instead of doing the one thing that could have saved my business and the one thing that could have saved all of my time. And that one thing is selling. Now, it might sound stupid. You make a candle, you sell it. But I spent so long doing all the things that didn't matter, trying to make the perfect candle, making logos, getting everything on my website perfectly organized, a lovely range of photos and videos talking about how great what I'm selling is. I wasn't actually selling the product. I wasn't actually going on my way to find the customers. I wasn't acquiring clients. And now when I look back, I feel so stupid. I thought if I could make the perfect candle, then all of my problems would be solved. But that's not the case. So what I've been doing this year in 2024 is Amazon and just nailing that. That is my biggest source of income. Last month I made £1,200 with 400 candles. The previous month I made £1,500 by selling 450 candles. This month I've already sold 135 candles, but I've increased my margin by increasing my prices, and I've got a lot of big projects going into Amazon. So this month my goal is £1,500. So I'm edging there slowly. I've also increased my brand awareness on Instagram. It's something I was doing earlier in the year, but I've neglected it. I got busy with my full-time job, but I've gone back into that and I've started creating that brand, reaching out to people, selling the things I know people like and putting it in front of people, actually selling. And in the last week, I've had over 20 orders just from Instagram alone. So that combined with Amazon, I'm going to do well over £1,500 profit this month, all because I focused on selling. I've made a product, I'm happy with it, I've tested it, I know it's a good product, but not everyone in the world is going to like it. That's a fact, and it's something I can live with now. It's something I can deal with, instead of me before trying to please everyone and make something that everybody's going to like. Even in my chefing industry, even in that, out of 100 meals I send, 1 or 2 people won't like it, or maybe it's not cooked to their liking, or they don't taste it, or it isn't what they imagined and they send it back. I don't take it personally because I've been doing it for so many years. So I don't know why I took everything personally with my candle business. Maybe because I put so much time and effort into it and it felt like a personal attack. But what I've had to do is detach myself from that. If I get a refund, I try not to worry about it anymore. They're a bit annoying. And if I get a bad review, I try not to worry about it. I don't let it ruin my day. I read it, and if it's constructive, I'll look at what I'm doing and see if I can improve it. If I can't improve it, then I'll leave it. If there are marginal gains, then maybe I'll have a look at it. But I know deep down what I'm doing is a good product. So, with that said, the goal in any business is to sell whatever you're doing. And for us, as candle makers, that's what your first goal should be. Make a good enough product that you can sell it and just go from there. Make a bit of a mess as you get into it and just improve as you go. Don't do what I did and try and make the perfect product, because that doesn't exist. And now I've got 4 years of experience under my belt. I've got 4 years of making mistakes and having good success. At Christmas time, I sold over 450 candles and I made £3,000 profit back then. So I've tasted success, and it's only in the last 3 or 4 months that I've got consistent success by learning how to sell. So with that in mind, if you want to build a profitable candle business, there's a link down below, and I've got a guarantee as well. If you don't make £1,000 of revenue within 90 days, I'll even give you your money back. So moving on, I've got big plans now. So as I said, autumn, it's a perfect time for candles. It's cozy season. So I've got a pumpkin spice one, I've got an apple and cinnamon one going in. I've already got my Christmas ones going in because I know they're going to be popular. So I'm focusing on what's going to sell. And I've spent so much time now moving away from making the perfect candle in that area, scouring YouTube and candle books and things like that, trying to fill my knowledge. Instead, I'm filling my brain with different knowledge, selling. So I've been reading books like Cash Advertising, Ready, Fire, Aim, Blue Ocean Strategy, and a few more, and just watching videos by Alex Hormozy and other people that are selling, and just absorbing all of that knowledge and learning how to create a good offer. That's where the value lies, in creating a good offer. If you can't do that, you're never going to sell anything. And it's been a painful road, but that's where we are. And that's what I want the message in this video to be. Learn how to sell. Get a good enough product that's okay. Improve it as you go and learn how to sell. Work out where your customers are. Work out what you're going to do. Are you going to go to market stalls? Are you going to do it all online? Are you going to mix and match both? Are you going to do country fairs? Do you want to get a brick and mortar shop? You need to find out where your customers are going to be and go about a way of getting them. Advertising, content, all of these things can work, but you just need to learn how to sell. So if you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason. I make and sell candles online, and there's a link down below if you want to learn how to make a profitable candle business. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.